Hey guys, how you doing? Right, okay, so back with a brand new Xbox video, bit of an update. Have found a few games recently, so I thought I'd better come on and show you what I've added to the collection. So, in terms of the original Xbox, I've not had all that much success, to be quite honest with you. I checked, there's two CEXs that I go to, and there's nothing coming up really. I mean, the one CEX hasn't had anything new for about a month. The other one has got some stuff but nothing I want. It's just basically I'm seeing like the same games regurgitated each time, so it's becoming quite tough to find Xbox originals in the wild, unfortunately. But I will still keep looking, because when I look online and you check like Music Magpie, which is usually the go-to place on eBay, they're charging like £2 upwards per game, and when you compare them to CEX, the games that are charging with £2 you can get for like 50p. So admittedly I have to wait until someone trades them in, but it's always better, isn't it? It's worth the wait, because if you find a deal in the wild, like when I found Painkiller, I mean, never thought that would happen in a million years, so that was absolute gold. But yeah, I mean, I've done all right. I found one game, oh God, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. It was a while ago now since I picked it up. And I found a bundle on Facebook, what my dad did last week. So that's really going to make up the bulk of what I'm going to talk about today. And there are going to be a lot of games that I've never played and know jack about, but I just want to obviously show you so it's updating the collection. So, first things first, before we do any of that, as you may see, there's a new TV in the background. So I recently picked up a Sony Trinitron 28-inch widescreen, beautiful TV, flat panel as well, gorgeous picture, decent sound on it, it's a cracker. So yeah, I got really lucky. I've been looking for a widescreen to complement the Xbox for a while now, because I don't, hang on, let me just show you. There you go, so there's a 21-inch Panasonic. That's the one I generally use, because I got rid of my Sony Trinitron 4x3 about a year ago. Massive regrets, stupid thing to do. Don't ever get rid of your CRTs, whatever you do. You know, if you're a retro gamer, that's the dumbest thing you can do, and I made a big mistake there, but you live and learn. So I've been trying to find a better TV for like, I don't know, most of this year really. And I was having no luck. I mean, I look on eBay, I look on Gumtree, and my dad checks Facebook for me. Nothing's been coming up. The TVs have been dead in the water. No 4.3s, no 16:9 wides, sod all. And you know, the ones on eBay that do come up north or down in London, and people, generally it seems to be now the price is £50 or more for a CRT. I'm not paying it. It's not, even if I could get one in my area, I'm not paying that. That's bloody ridiculous. Now that one that I've got, that Trinitron, there is somebody selling it in a town about an hour away from me. He has the same TV. He wants 50 quid for that. I didn't pay anywhere near that for that. So what happened was, about 2 weeks ago, my dad said to me, there's a widescreen come up on Facebook, you interested? So he showed me the listing, I had a look at it. I thought, okay, that looks good. Didn't have a lot of detail, and the guy said he was moving house, so he hadn't had a chance to have a look at it properly. Was working though. So I said to my dad, okay, just give him a message. It looks like it might be a 28, just check it's not a 24. So sent a message, do you know what size the screen is? Came back straight away, said, I'm really sorry, I'm right in the middle of moving. I'll have a look at it when I get a chance and I'll let you know. So he was like, okay, cool. So we let it go, and nearly about 6 days later, we hadn't heard anything back, and I assumed it had been sold. Now, just so you know, he wanted £10 for this TV, so I figured it would go quickly. So I just said to my dad on I think it was on the Saturday, I just said to him, is that TV still there? So we had a quick look, TV's still listed, and we just assumed it had been sold. But I said, you know what, don't worry about the size of the TV, probably is a 28 looking at it. Just send him a message, see if he's got it, because I thought, you know, even if it's a 24, it's still a widescreen, so it's still a Sony Trinitron, it's a great telly. So my dad messaged him, said, hey, is the TV still available? Bloke come straight back, really nice guy, and he went, yeah, it is, sorry for not getting back to you. If you pick it up tomorrow, you can have it for 5 quid. So I ended up getting a 28-inch Sony Trinitron flat screen TV for £5. And as I said, the guy about an hour away from me wants 50 quid. So, brilliant. And it's a cracking TV. The picture's absolutely stunning, because it's a Sony Trinitron, of course. Very impressed with it. It makes my Xbox look great. And this weekend, as I'm filming this now, I'm filming this on a Sunday. Yesterday, this is so weird. It's like buzzes. You know what I say about you don't get a buzz and then 2 come at once? Well, this is what's happened recently. Yesterday, I went around my parents' house, and my dad says to me, he goes, oh, there's a new Panasonic telly on there. I was like, no way. Someone listed a 32-inch Panasonic Quintrex widescreen TV. Gorgeous looking thing, in really nice shape. 10 quid. It sold like immediately, but beautiful TV. And then after that, straight after that, someone had also listed a 28-inch Panasonic widescreen Quintrix, and that hasn't sold yet, and they're both £10 each. What a bargain. Whoever got that 32-inch, congratulations, because that is an absolutely stunning telly. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. I mean, I've got the widescreen, which is awesome. All I want now is something to replace that 21-inch. I want to get like a 25 or a 29 Sony again, like I had before, if I can find one. Or a B&O. I probably won't get a B&O, but you never know. I'd like a nice 4x3 just to go with the PlayStation 1 at the moment. That'd be really nice. And of course I can play my SNES emulators, which would be sweet. So there you go. So I thought I'd let you know about that. Not that you can't see it, obviously. Right, so on with the Xbox portion of this video. So first of all, before we do the pickups, just want to talk about a game I've been playing this week that I really like a lot. I've never really given it time before, but I sat down this week because I was testing out the new telly, as you do, and I thought I'm going to give that a go, and I started playing it and I haven't been able to put it down. It's a pretty standard franchise, but it's one of the ones I've not played, and it is Call of Duty 2, big red one. Absolutely brilliant. Really like this game a lot. I think it was 2005, 2006 when this came out. Was it 2005? I think it was. Where's the date? I can't find a date. Yeah, 2005 it came out. So obviously the Xbox 360 came out that year as well. And this is like the tail end of the original Xbox era. Graphically, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, it says on the back, there's a quote from IGN that says one of the best looking shooters to ever grace a console. Which I'll be honest, at the time, yes, it would have been. I mean, it's up there with Black in terms of quality. I think Black slightly edges it a little bit because Black is really high quality. But yeah, man, it's gorgeous, it's colourful, it's got brilliant level design. It's really fun. The controls are tight. They're a bit weird. You have to use, I think, if I remember right, it's Y to jump. Yeah, Y to jump, B to duck, A to load your weapon, and X to throw a grenade, which makes no bloody sense whatsoever. But obviously they were still trying to work out the control schemes, I suppose, at the time. But once you get used to it, it's great. Oh, and to load your weapon is the white, the little, remember on the Xbox you've got a white and black button. You got a white button is to load your weapon, and what was the black button doing there? I can't remember what the black button does. It does something to do with the gun. I can't remember. I don't know. And you know, it's like when you're playing games, you don't really pay attention to what each button is. You just, because you're not looking at a controller, you're just looking at the TV and pressing the buttons. You just sort of memorise them all. But yeah, a bit weird. But at least you've got left trigger to aim, right trigger to shoot. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of it. Most of it is just standard running around first-person shooter, World War II story. You know, just blasting Germans and hit Italians. But there's also some really cool gunfight stuff I've just had, like dog fighting. You don't really get to fly the plane, unfortunately. You just sort of walk around the plane and get into the different cockpits and use the big guns to shoot down planes. But that's pretty cool. And there's stuff where you're on the back of trucks as well, when there's planes flying over a village and you have to defend your men and blow them up. That was really sweet. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, apparently the game seems quite long. I've been going through a lot of missions. I've just done the Italian section. From what I can see in the back of the box as well, some Russian missions coming up with the winter. So similar to Call of Duty 2 on the 360, I assume. So I'm really looking forward to getting into those. The only thing I don't like about the game is the sound. I think that the music is really underused, and it doesn't have the atmosphere of, say, Call of Duty 2 on the 360 or any of the other World War II games. It seems very understated, unfortunately. I think it could have done a bit more gravitas, could have just been a bit louder and a bit like the weapons needed a bit more punch to them. But overall, great game. It's on PS2 as well if you haven't played it. So yeah, I'd recommend giving it a try, guys. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Jesus, trip over your words. Right, so we've got a nice stack of games to show you. Now, as I say, most of these I've never played. So there's 3 of them that I have played. The rest of them I haven't got a clue. Although I did briefly try one of them the other day because I was intrigued to see what it was like. And it's actually pretty decent. So the first one is the one I found at CEX a couple of weeks back. So it's about 3 or 4 weeks, I think. Great game. I've never really put enough time into this, but when I have played it in the past, I've enjoyed it. So I will eventually get around to sitting down and playing it properly. And I've got the first game that's available on the system. This is not a sequel, it's just that there's 2 games in this franchise, if you want to put it. And it's Matrix Path of Neo. There you go. So, really nice condition as well. I was really surprised when I found this. It's pretty much, yeah, except for the disc being scratched, because they always are. The rest of it's immaculate. I mean, it's even got, what's that in the back there? Yeah, it's even got the registration card in there. So yeah, 75p from CEX. You can't leave that there. And it's the better of the 2 games. I got into the Matrix, which is okay. I've played it since I picked it up. It's alright, it's nothing special. This one's a much better game from what I can remember. Really good third-person action. If you look at the back, I mean, you know, it's just all reminiscent. It's got the Kung Fu bit when Neo and Morpheus are fighting in the dojo, which is really cool. And it's also got the, I think that's for number 2 in it, if I remember rightly. The one, you know, when all the agents pile on top of him and he jumps up with a big stick and spins them all off. I think that's in number 2. So it looks like it's a mixture of the trilogy, I think. In fact, it is. It says on the back, really the best of the Matrix trilogy. So there you go. But yeah, very cool. So I've got Path of Neo, which is excellent. So I'm looking forward to playing that eventually. Okay, so I've got, how many more now? I've got 8 more to show you. Now what happened was, last weekend, Dad messaged me, or did he? No, I was around the house and he was just checking Facebook, that's what it was. And he noticed this bundle come up and there's somebody flogging Xbox games. And I'd say they're really hard to come by down here. And they had a stack of original Xbox. Photograph didn't really tell you a lot. I could just see what the games were. The quality was a bit shit, the photograph. They wanted £2 a game or £15 for the lot, and they had 25 games. So I said, well, 15 quid's a bargain. I'll give it a shot. So I went and picked them up. Not in the greatest of condition, I'll be quite honest with you. These ones I picked out, luckily, are the games I wanted out of the bundle, and are actually in decent shape. All the other games are not. They've got like torn artwork, damaged manuals, discs are in shit condition. The boxes are, some of the boxes are broken as well. Not the greatest bundle in the world, but I managed to snag 8 games, so it worked out quite nicely. So I can't find jack shit in the shop, so it is what it is. Right, so first one is, these next 2 are going to be games that I'm absolutely useless at playing. I played them back in the day when they came out and I couldn't get on with them at all. But I've always wanted to give them another try because they look fantastic on the Xbox and they are actually good games. I just suck when it comes to stealth games. So first one we've got Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. Is it Pandora? Yeah, it's not Pandora's. Again, you know, Xbox gorgeousness, graphics, beautiful. I'm absolutely useless. The only stealth game I've ever completed that I'm aware of is Metal Gear Solid on PS1. No good at the rest of them. So I got Pandora tomorrow. I also got Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Now I have got the original Splinter Cell as well, which came in the bundle, but it's missing the manual and it's not in great shape. So I ain't gonna bother trying to get a manual. Splinter Cell is 10 a penny. You can always find a copy of that. So I will just pick it up cheap at CEX when I see it. That is the collection. I like the cover there, pretty cool. And graphically, I mean, just look at it, it's stunning. And this is the game that back in the day when these came out, Splinter Cell, and me and my mate at work were Xbox fanboys of the highest order. And I remember when they announced that Splinter Cell was coming to PlayStation, and we was like, that ain't never going to work on a PlayStation 2. That thing's way too underpowered to run Splinter Cell. So I've never played it on PS2, so I don't know what it looks like, but it ain't going to be a patch on the Xbox because the Xbox has got all the grunts. So I'm assuming the lighting and everything's going to look shitloads better on the Xbox. I don't care. I love the Xbox. I'm a fanboy. It is what it is. It changes from generation to generation, but when it comes to that generation, the Xbox is king. Right, so on to the games that I've never played and know very little about. In fact, most of these, some of them I've not even heard of before. So the last one I'm going to show you is a game I have heard about and I'm really looking forward to trying it. So the first one is called World Racing. So looking at the back, I'm not entirely sure if it's an arcade race or not. It looks a lot like Project Gotham to me. I don't know if you can see that. So I've never heard of this game. I just saw it in the pile and I thought, well, I'll put that in my collection because, you know, why not? Nice condition as well. So I've got absolutely no clue what type of race it is, if it's any good. Yeah, I'd say it looks a lot like Project Gotham, so we'll wait and see if it's what it's like. It's got 117 different tracks apparently, throughout 7 huge, fully accessible 3D environments. You got Nevada, Japan, Mexico, Australia, the Alps, the city and the test centre. So there you go. Yeah, 48 missions, 109 original cars, 150 original data parameters, whatever the hell that is. Supplied by Mercedes-Benz apparently. Yeah, not a clue. Not a bloody clue, but I don't know. Cover's pretty cool, eh? You get a lot of vehicles. You get a lot of 4x4s and sports cars and things, so we will see. Next one is something that I think I'll really enjoy this one actually, because this could be a lot of fun. If it's not a simulator and it's just a fun blast everything in sight. And it's called Secret Weapons, is it over? Yeah, Secret Weapons Over Normandy. So I'm assuming this is going to be a dogfighting action game, hopefully not a bloody flight sim because that'll bore me to tears, but another game I know nothing about. This is great. I mean, you know, Gonna get a new case for this as well, 'cause it's not the greatest of shape. It's got some stickerage on the side, so like residue. I've got stuff to get it off, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Could be good. Make it your finest hour, so it's war related, and that's always a good thing. Anything like around the World War II era, I'm up for some of that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This one, I forgot actually. I have played this next one. I do apologise. I was wrong. I forgot this was in the collection, in the stack. I had this years back, and it is Rocky. So there's two games. There's Rocky, and I think the other one was Rocky Legends, which I think, from memory, I actually enjoyed Rocky Legends more than this one. I don't know if this is the first one and Rocky Legends is a sequel, not a Scooby, but they were really good boxing games. I think I put some gameplay on my channel at the time as well, years ago, and I had these games previously. I mean, some of these are going to need the cases changing because the plastic on them is rough as hell, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent little boxing game. I mean, there's not much to say with boxing games, is there? I mean, they're either simulators or arcade, like Ready to Rumble. From what I can remember, that's more of an arcade experience, which is good. Next one is a game that I don't know anything about as well, which is great. It's actually, I know it sounds a bit crap because I've not played them, but it's good because I've played so many Xbox games over the years, and there are still loads I've never got around to play or even heard of in some cases. So it's great to find new games to try. This one is called IndyCar Series. Now, I'm hoping this is not a simulator and it's an arcade experience, because it will bore me to tears if it isn't. I know nothing about IndyCar, F1, any of that sort of stuff. Not a Scooby-Doo, but I don't know. I mean, the screenshots don't tell you a lot, do they? It just looks like it's just like cutscene screenshots. I've got no idea. But it is Codemasters. It gives me faith it might be quite decent. This next one, I tried it the other day when I got the bundle, because I was intrigued by this when I saw the back of it. I thought, that could be quite cool. The cover's shit, but the back looked really interesting. And it is a game called Gunmetal. So this is, well, I thought initially it was going to be like Cybermorph on the Jaguar. I just realised this case is not in the best of shape. It's really weak. I had to get some cheap games that I already own, just for the cases, I think, from CEX, and swap them out, some of the 50p jobs. Yeah, you're probably not going to see much from that. I don't think it's going to really show what it's all about, but it's, from what I've only played the first mission, and basically you have a mech that transformed into a plane. Like, in fact, the one more about Cybermorph. Cybermorph does it I'm really having problems remembering now. You don't have a mech in Cybermorph, it's just a plane in it. Or am I thinking of another game? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, Christ knows. Anyway, yeah, you transform basically from plane to mech and back again, and you have to go and defend soldiers, I suppose, on the ground getting attacked, and you blow up installations and blow up enemy in place. That's not the word. What's the word? I don't know. Basically, you have to blow up the enemy soldiers and vehicles and shit like that. And you can do aerial battles as well, which is really cool. Graphically, it looks absolutely stunning. Actually, I was really impressed. It's really colourful and bright and beautiful. So yeah, quite a fun little game, and I'll definitely be giving that some more time. Right, on to the last one. So this one is, I was quite chuffed to see this in the bundle, because I've seen this game so many times over the years on YouTube. I've never got around to picking up a copy and playing it, and I've always wanted to see what it's like. And in fact, in the past, when I had my Xbox collection years ago, back in like, I don't know, like 2013 or something, when I sold it, I can't remember. I remember I used to see this in the shops all the time, and I used to be put off by the cover, and I just didn't think nothing about it. But I've seen gameplay since, it looks really cool. I'm worried it might be too stealthy for me, but I'll give it a try anyway. And it's called Cold War. On your own behind the Iron Curtain. There you go, all complete. So yeah, it looks really cool. It looks very much Splinter Cell on the back. Very much Sam Fisher, which worries me a little, because I'm absolutely terrible. As I say, I really do suck when it comes to stealth. I haven't got the patience to do it. I get frustrated very quickly. I like to just run in and kill everybody. So it's probably not going to be my type of game, is it? It says on the back, steal weapons, improvise gadgets, evade capture, uncover the conspiracy. So yeah, might be pretty decent. We'll wait and see. So there you go. So yeah, at least I found a decent bundle. And as I say, £2 a game, 15 quid for the lot. So I took the lot for 15 quid. Well worth it. I've got a stack in a bag that are no good, because I say I got broken boxes and missing manuals and all kinds of crap. So those, I don't know. I suppose I'll just have to see if I can trade them into CEX. You won't get nothing for them, of course. You get like 10p a game or something, but I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I can easily add those to the collection. The collection's building nicely. So when those are on the shelf, because obviously I've taken them off, this first shelf is all full now. So I've begun the second shelf, which is fantastic. And I'll just keep checking and see if I can find more games. The one game I'm looking for the most is Freedom Fighters, because that's one of my absolute favourite games of that generation. So very much looking forward to grabbing that at some point. I really hope. I'm surprised I haven't seen a copy yet, but no one's traded it in. I mean, I've passed upon Fahrenheit, which I really want, because it's £5. And I know where there's 2 copies of that haven't been sold yet. So I might have to grab that at some point. Or I may wait, I'm not sure. You see, that's the thing, I'm seeing like the odd game I want, but they're expensive in terms of Xbox prices. Like when I got that copy of Path of Neo, in that particular CEX, they had a game called Crime Life Gang Wars. Didn't even know it got a pound release. I remember seeing it years ago online. I don't think it's a particularly great game or anything, but I just thought it looked interesting. I've always wanted to try it. But it's £8 in CEX, and the artwork was mashed up, and the case wasn't in great shape. And I thought, nah, I ain't even wasting my time. If it comes up eventually, I'll buy it. But I mean, if you're paying £8 for an Xbox game, it needs to be in good nick as far as I'm concerned. So that was a bit of a disappointment. But as I still, best deal I've ever got was getting Painkiller. I still can't believe I got a copy of Painkiller. Absolutely mind blowing, that is. I really was quite surprised when I saw that sitting on the shelf. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving playing my Xbox, and now I've got this widescreen TV as well. Absolutely superb, and the games look so nice on it. And so the sound quality is really good as well, which is great. But yeah, having a lot of fun, just sitting here and reminiscing, playing some of the classics and playing games I've not played. Like I say, I'm playing Call of Duty Big Red One right now, and I'm absolutely loving that to bits. It's a fantastic game. So there you go, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. As per usual, let me know your thoughts down below. As soon as I get any more Xbox games, I'll do an update video and let you know what's happening. But yeah, thank you very much for watching as always, guys. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.